Hello everyone, today we are going to be taking a look at Extreme Gundam Xenon. This is going to be a long video because this unit has 3 forms and I will be explaining all of them. So sit tight and make sure you watch to the end if you want to get a lot of information about Xenon. Xenon start off on first form, equipped with decent self-defense too, such as the auto shield on main and pressure. However, it is lacking in any sort of powerful tool to press the target, so when in this form you are looking to do damage and transform as soon as possible. There are 3 ways to increase your gauge. That are getting hit, hitting someone, and the gauge also naturally increase as well. It is also good to note here that the spatial shooting or the pressure increase the gauge by 30, so don't forget to use it when the situation arrives. Again, you don't have the tool to press, so keep your eye open for a punish opportunity and stick to the basic. It is also good to note here that the different Extreme Gundam has different properties in their first form. Xenon here will have a better melee than the other, so your peon or the jump attack is great compared to the other two. While in Xenon Fate form, the unit is extremely agile and now has an excellent cancel route. It's also a ground running unit as well, so it can do mini and break cancel tech. This version of the unit can pressure the target by zone control with depth charge ball from mid range and move in quickly from mid to close range with powerful dash. Of course, the dash can also be used as an escape tool as well. Player can also abuse CSA and 2B cancel route to stay in the air for a long time, as well making this unit quite difficult to catch. However, despite Form 2 being very powerful, and some player may choose to stay in it as long as possible, it is lacking in hard punishment and heavy pressing too, so it still might be difficult to chase down the unit, and that's where the third form comes in. Then on third form or the extreme evolutionary state still possesses the dash command from the second form. It does lose a bit of damage potential and air stall potential cancel route from the second form, but in return it's now great at chasing with the introduction of the fire bunker sub-weapon. The side melee is also similar to the one of the Master Gundam, which can travel great distance and also have a fast animation. CSA also allows you to punish target from green lock if you are above them, and also bring you down to the ground fast. So just to get started really fast, his main is this little beam. Every time he shoot, you hold his shield up, as you can see, and if they shoot at you while the shield is up, you will guard the projectile. So that's the 0.5 second shield, and you can cancel into stuff. You can see CSA is a BR 3 times, BR 3 times, and the shield also come up as well, as you can see. The chat shot have poor muscle correction as well, and the tracking is not so good. And it's only track on the first shot, and the second two, the two and the third one doesn't track. So you just follow the first one. The sub is average muscle correction, so it's not too bad. And you do directional differently. So that's just neutral, and that's sideways, and back is this one. So you can use that as a movement as well. For dodging a little bit of stuff like BR or little taking stuff. Spatial shooting is pressure. So pressure, if it hit, it actually gives you, and if it stun someone, it actually will give you 30 gauge for the evolutionary point. So make sure to use them to get gauge. And again, it's quite small compared to most pressure, so it's still okay to use when someone come in. It also doesn't have super armor, so make sure to don't overestimate it, because it's not super good compared to other pressure, but however it's still useful to stun people and get gauge. So spatial fighting is this attack actually does 200 plus damage, which is quite strong. If it's other Xenon, it doesn't do as much damage. So a lot of stuff that I will mention here as well is specific to Xenon. So other unit we have different property, like other extreme versus unit we have different property on the first form. This one is for Xenon only. So the melee, neutral melee is this. Nothing interesting. So up melee, side melee, they're all like okay-ish and nothing spatial. And down melee is the jump attack. This version is really fast compared to the other two DO, because it's Xenon one. And push dash melee is the helicopter attack. Yeah, so generally you want to use the 2B to move yourself around, to be agile and try to find an opening to hit the enemy. So like you can hit them with the pressure or hit them with the DC as well. if the situation call, if they were not paying attention, you can move it really fast. But yeah, try to be careful. So let's talk about Form 2. Let me get the Form 2. So Form 2, now your unit is a running unit. The mobility is pretty good. So main is pretty quickly load, you know, like it's a 1 second reload perfectly. Look at how fast it reload pretty fast. And it's not enemy up when knock enemy up in land, as you can see there. It's of course this kind of stuff ignore cloak, but it's still to physical ammo, so if you fight against like IBO unit, they choose physical unit at the ball will disappear. And it's cancelled into sub AC BC 2B. So sub AC BC is the transform. I'm not gonna show you that, it's just because I just want to say this most, and 2B is done. So it also have ground properties, so you can break cancel with. You can see when you finish sliding, you get the boost back. So CSA is pretty much the main tool for Xenon in Form 2. It takes 1.5 seconds to charge. Not fast, not slow. Actually on the faster side, to be honest. And as you can see, it throw like big fireball out and it's burn the unit that's stunning them. And it ignore cloak and lose to the physical attack. The cancel route is again 2B. You can 2B after it, so you can keep going, and you can AC as well. AC and many more. So you can break cancel with it as well. We get the boost as the slide stop there, as you can see. So however, these tools, when you want to use them, you want to be able to charge the CSA up as often as possible. So there's like a little tricks here, like if I want to throw the CSA into sub, you see the charge doesn't come up right away, it actually wait a little bit. But if I tap the sub and then let go and then tap the charge again on the main, it will happen right away. So I'll show you. As you can see, it's charged right away, so that's a way to get it out faster. But you can actually do a lot of movement here, like maybe you're like really high, you can like, and then again, and again the CSA you can cancel into the dash, so there's a lot of things you can do, but it is pretty much the main thing with Xenon. So I'm gonna spend quite a bit of time explaining this part because like you have to be pretty familiar with it. So I'm not that familiar with it, like I'm just looking for information and trying to help you here. So like you can like 2B, you do like 2B, let go, dash, backward, shoot main, do another one, let go, and then maybe dash one more time, guard, let go, and then I can still 2B there at the end, or I can also throw out a sub. There's so much you can do. But generally you can stay afloat for a long time if you're not familiar with this, and you will have to be familiar with this because this is the main tool that makes Xenon great. And yeah, the AC is the dash. You already see that we're using them. You can pull left, right, and then backward as well. You can pull backward as well. Go forward and left and right. Doesn't travel super far. It's like okay-ish. But again, goal is to use them to chain with other moves. So like you can like actually chain into main as well. You can cancel into main, sub, and BC and melee. So as you can see, the main, then I can do sub in 2B. Just like yeah, you just keep going as long as you're familiar and be really fast for input. BC is evolve. It will stun the target. It will have fire come out and stun the target. I'm not gonna show you yet because I still have more to talk about this unit in this form. So melee, that's the natural melee. And if you go into spatial fighting, it will do a lot of damage. It will punch up, and yeah, this move do a lot of damage, like 200 plus, and you can combo well with other thing. Actually ramp up all the way to, like if you combo well, you can actually ramp up the way to 300. It's actually pretty powerful. You can do that from side melee as well. So if you want damage, yeah, you attack and then you go BC. For the side melee, it will change the camera angle. As you can see, the side melee, pretty fast and decent. Just change the camera angle and does a lot of damage. And it's stationary, stationary. So yeah, you can actually CSA out like that into 2B to finish the combo. So, and 2B land on the ground as well. Help you cancel. So now we're gonna talk about the down melee or the 2B. So it's pretty good for avoiding stuff because it go up pretty fast and down pretty fast, and you can loop air stars I showed you already. And there's this infinite move on the ground if you in green lock. It doesn't have to be in green lock, but as you can see here, see I keep going there. Like as long as you time it right, you can keep 2Bing. There, did it multiple times. But yeah, you can keep going with that, and while you're doing that, you can also like charge up your CSA and keep CSAing. And similar to XCM, you are really high, you can also use the 2B to keep going as well because it have quite a short animation. So you can do that for air star. There's many ways to use that. So boost dash melee is nothing interesting, but I'll show you this one. Okay. So now I'll show you the BC, which is transformed into the third form there. And apparently there actually a way to fake transform as well. I'll see if I can show you. You press CSA, you BC, and then you CSA really fast for transform happen. Then you can just get the fire and then not transform. I'll see if I can perform it. Some people use it, but it's not that really important. It's just good to know that it exists. That's about it. You can see there, get the fire, but I did not transform. So that's a way to fake transform if you just want to surprise someone just for fun. Anyway, it's time to talk about the third form. So this is called an extreme evolutionary state. Okay. So yeah, so this mode, the fireball is just big in general now. It's pretty much just like a charge shot one. Again, this fireball from all of them pretty much, they're good close range, but they're like it's not gonna do much. You just throw them really far away, just throw them mid range to close range. It's fine. And of course it's ignore cloak, and also yeah, not good for long range. I was mentioning. So CSA is this big sword. So the interesting about this sword is that like you can charge up preform, and you actually in green lock both them. It's still somewhat will still hit. See? So yeah, like you can still actually hit them from the green lock, and it's a good attack to push you down to the ground really fast. But it doesn't do good correction when the enemy travel left and right horizontally. When they move in a straight line up and down, this is really powerful, and they will caught them. And there's a little barrier coming out too, as you can see when you reach the ground. If you have more charge on it. Maybe Chart 3 have it for sure. Let me check Chart 2 real fast. I think Chart 2 should have it too. There you go. So sub is pretty much the third form main too. This is neutral sub. It's travel really far and fast. Well, not super far, but it's like it's fast and charge okay speed. Right? So you gotta like caught them in about like mid range. So again, this is pretty good muscle correction as well. You can caught them when people are about to land, or if they were flying away in a straight line. And the side BC, a side sub is this. Okay, pretty strong again if you need that move in horizontal line. If you caught them in mid range. So this is the main tool for Xenon to actually caught people. Now in the third form, it's very good at chasing people with this sub. You can actually caught people off guard. And of course, you can still cancel into AC, which is dash. If you cancel into AC and press main, you get this kick attack instead. So if you want to do normal melee, you actually have to cancel out do the rainbow step, and you get regular melee. And yeah, that's the dash. The dash also can't go backward anymore. It only go forward, left, and right, but it is faster compared to the Form 2 one. And yeah, you still can slide with main here for quick recovery, for a cancel tag, and you can do that with the BC as well, which is Xenon, this big sun thing. and then it will keep shooting. So this one you can just send them out. It's just add extra volume on the map, just sort of pressuring. So the combo mainly is just make sure that you know that you also can go into BC after any combo. So maybe I do this, and AC, and kick, and then BC. I will do the grab and blow up here. So make sure that it's full yellow. As you can see, the damage is not as strong as Form 2, but still this is much easier to catch target with. Like even just the side whip in general there is so much faster. It's pretty much similar to Master, very fast. And again, don't forget that you can go into BC there if you want to do this. So let's check out other melee real fast. So neutral melee, just let you punch. And up melee, this. Down melee actually can bring you to the ground. So this is a melee that people use as well too if they need to go to the ground really fast, or also use as an OP move if people are gonna get up. You can just do this, and then it's harder for them to get up because there's like this barrier stunning them. So CXB it's okay as well. Attack okay-ish. And again, the main use is you just be able to keep shooting stuff like main. I mean you can main cancel sub, and then you can, if I have dash again, you can dash cancel and do that. And yeah, that's it. So next is the super. I will show you the super. Super is this, not that, this. And for the burst choice, of course, we pick fighting burst and make you be able to cancel into melee right away. So you can actually do this and then like melee right away. Very nice. Or you can like dash and stuff like that faster as well. And yeah, you do a ton of damage from fighting burst versus a fighting unit in general. And shooting burst we're not gonna use. It's really not for this unit. E-burst can be picked if you pair with 3000 and you're really worried you're gonna die first. But personally, when I play Xenon, well, not me, sorry. Personally, generally when people play Xenon, they play it as a double front, not a 2 support unit. So they will go in. So either they will front themselves, or there will be another front just do a 1v1 rush comp. So yeah. Alright, so when you're watching some replay, that you made it to this times. I know it's a lot of information, so you make it welcome. So watching some replay here. So coming in here, looking to losing some damage to get some more change here. So you're landing some stuff on the turn X there, just a little bit. And here BC gonna get the gauge up quite a bit there, like all the way up there. And that's lit with the pressure as well. So that actually go up by 30. You see that 50 change to 80 if you actually pay attention. So now in Form 2 CSA free charge up. So there, nice cancel so far, but getting hit in the end here. So yeah, from here going back in, so charge coming up here, letting go of CSA and mean, using a lot of mean and CSA here. He will there go connecting there CSA 2B to cancel and to fall to the ground and recovers pretty nicely. First it coming from the double in here, just CSA into dash into side melee there, killing the turn X. So look like yeah, the Gapley is coming in here and they're killing our partners. So here landing main to see side melee there is able to get quite a bit of damage done as well. And then more the dash in here might be able to catch the turn X, or I mean the Gapley, and they're able to catch him quite a bit. So still burst a little bit left to see if we will move in or will stay out. CSA is charging up, not gonna hit anyone from that far. Actually, it might be able to hit, but not this time. So here, like we will go in again pretty soon. CSA pretty close to hitting. I'm not sure it's possible. It's still pretty far away. And here, when we turn A, moving back out, getting partner finish at the game. So as you can see, this unit is extremely agile and can use a lot of cancel out. You have to use that if you want to play very well. And again, on our channel we have a lot of educational stuff and fun video, and also news and update as well. So if you enjoy that kind of stuff for Gundam, feel free to give us a follow.